Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I wasn't going to make a video about this, but I kind of feel the need to because I feel the need to. So I'm just gonna make a video about this and then, I don't know, y'all can unsubscribe, unfollow me on Twitter, whatever y'all feel like you have to do. But I want to talk about why I regret being a part of the blind community most of the time, and it has to do with a lot of the people start fights and they blame other people for their problems. So, like, there are members of the blindness community who will be like, so and so's a slut, so and so's a bitch, so and so is entitled. And meanwhile, they're the ones sitting there saying, why can't I get a job? And when you like reply to them and are like, well, what are you doing to get a job? Can I help you? They're like, I'm not doing anything. So basically, you just expect a job to like fall in your lap. Like, it sounds like you're the one entitled, not this other person. I'm just saying, like, there's an entitlement problem in the blindness community. I mean, there's an entitlement problem everywhere, but I've noticed it most prevalently in the blindness community. Like, for some reason, blind people think that they should just be handed things. And then when they actually find out they have to work for them, they're like, no, I'm done. And I hate it. I hate that somebody can say, oh, I agree with this person. And then everybody just assumes that the person that just said, oh, I agree with this person, likes the person that they just said that they agreed with. Sorry, but that's called being an adult. Like, you can actually agree with someone and not like the person. It is a huge possibility. Blind people are the most judgmental. I don't know what you call people who assume things, but that's what they are. I have this saying that when you assume something, it makes an ass out of you. And yes, I'm using a lot of swear words. I'm sorry. But it does. When you assume something without asking, when you know that something... Or let me rephrase that. When you assume something without asking the person that you assume it about, 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, you're wrong. I have people in the blindness community who are convinced that I have money. That I'm just saying, oh, I'm getting a job, but in reality, I have money. And they assume this because I have a car. You guys that have watched me for a long time, you all know that none of that is true. I want a job because I don't want to live on $700 for the rest of my life. I can't. I mean, I can, but I have no money left over at the end of the month. Not that that's anyone's business. But I don't. 9 times out of 10, I have no money left over at the end of the month. But anytime I say something about, oh, I can hire my own driver, everybody's like, you're entitled. No, bitch, it's called being responsible. Like, what would you do? You would go order an Uber and get in a car with someone who's driving. Oh my god, and you're literally paying them through an app. Get over yourself. I'm basically doing the same thing that you're doing, except I'm paying the person directly. I'm buying them lunch. I'm buying them a soda. I'm offering to go to the store and buy them food. I'm offering to make them food. I'm doing the same thing you are, just differently. Why are blind people so judgy? I have no freaking idea. I wish I knew. Sighted people aren't even this judgy. Come on, guys. A lot of y'all really, really, really need to grow up because you act less mature than a 5th grader. And you're freaking adults. Y'all need to grow up. Like, y'all want a job, quit tearing down somebody that is simply agreeing with someone else. Like, I would be sticking it for this person even if I didn't like this person, even if it was one of my subscribers that I was like, I don't like you. But you know what? I would be sticking up for you because literally all you would be doing is agreeing with someone. You're not saying, oh my god, this person is my favorite person ever. I love them. Oh my god. You're just saying, yeah, I agree with what you just said. And I would stick up for you. Because that's called being an adult. That's called being a team player. And y'all want to know why you can't get jobs? Part of the reason is you. You say things to people on Twitter, you call people names, you accuse people of things that they did not do or say. And guess what? Employers look at that when they get your application. There's a lot of employers out there who will literally ask you for your social media when you fill out an application. Down at the bottom, they'll be like, what's your Facebook, what's your Twitter, what's your Instagram? And you know what's going to happen if you don't give it to them? They're going to go searching. And they're going to find you eventually. And then they're going to read what you write. So, if you're a blind person looking for a job, show that you can actually be an adult and a team player. And on my Twitter thread on Twitter, I wrote that some of these people need psych evaluations. I'm not taking that back. Some people do. And it's usually the people that are calling other people crazy and psycho and delusional and insane. Because you know what? You're doing this thing called deflect. And I see it all the time. I have regretted finding the blindness community since 2009, when I first found it. I have basically wished from day one that I had never found the blindness community. I would rather be sighted. Like, if I could rip out my own eyes and replace them with eyes that could see, I would do that, and I would never speak to a lot of people in the blindness community ever again. Because why would I want to speak to somebody who acts like a child? And that's the truth. There's very few people within the blindness community that I would ever want to speak to. I don't know what else to say. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. I might regret making it later. But I kind of feel like this is an important topic to talk about because I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. Like, I've literally watched people attack someone because they liked a guy or liked a girl or whatever. Like, whose business is it of yours if someone likes someone else? Like, why do you care? Are you that person? Like, why is it so important that you're sitting there calling people a slut and a whore and a bitch? Why do you care? Is it your life? I think you do you skipped a generation in the blindness community because literally pretty much everyone in my generation is for you do you, and I'm gonna badmouth you to everyone else. Like, for real? Get a life. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked this video enough to give it a thumbs up. I don't know if you agree with me. These are just my opinions. I personally think that everyone, not just blind people, should see a psychologist at least once in their lives. It would make things so much easier, and you would be able to handle things. And I especially think this is true within people in the blindness community. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Like my Facebook page, follow me on Odyssey, follow me on TikTok, feel free to follow me on Twitter. Leave a comment if you have a question, idea, comment, or suggestion, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I actually just read a comment from somebody who said I was cool, and I kind of wonder if people still think I'm cool now after what I just said, because some of what I said was not very nice, but I meant every word of it. Sorry for all the swearing. I usually don't do that, but I have been mad for the last 12 years because I've seen the way a lot of people in the blindness community tweet people and then treat people, and then I will get to know the person that they're talking about, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this situation has nothing to do with me. What happened has nothing to do with me. This person is a great person. I mean, people make mistakes. People have a past. I have a past. If y'all knew half the stuff I did as a teenager, you would call me all those names and more. Not because of the way that I acted. Like, if you knew teenage me, you'd probably call me a bitch, an asshole, whatever else you can think of. I was not a good person as a teenager. I have changed since then. I grew up. Now it's y'all's turn. Grow up. Bye, guys. I wanted to add something in here, and that is that the thing that I was talking about with the person excuse me, who had said that someone said a thing that they did not say has been resolved. But I also want to add that I will not hesitate to block people on Twitter, and I will do so if I feel the need to. And I realize that it is really hard for a blind person to get the job, but I do think that some of that is blind people ourselves. We can't blame everything on sighted people, especially when there are businesses who are willing to hire blind people. Are they few and far between? Maybe, but they do exist.